O land of blue, unending skies, mountains strong and sparkling snow, a sense of freedom in the wind, o'er the emerald fields below. To thee we cry, our hopes, our dreams, for thee we stand together, a land of peace, we proudly fly, the maple leaf forever. Birthday, Canada! I love you guys, and welcome into this Canada Day edition of All Andy Alfred right here on Claypan 2-3. I am your host, Andy Alfred. Happy Canada Day to everybody in the Canadian provinces, of course, and to New Brunswick, and all Canadians out there. Happy Canada Day to you guys. It is a great day to be an American. It's also a great day to be a Canadian. After all, it is Canada's birthday today. From Parliament. 1897 was the day that they broke away from Parliament, and now they're headed for a democratic society, of course. But the Detroit Tigers are playing like the Toledo Mud Hens. Sweep, sweep, sweep of the Go-Go Sox. The Mud Hens continue to lose. And Bob stays with the Jackets. And I'm Andy Alfred, and welcoming you into All Andy Alfred right here on Clayfan 2-3. Hi, I'm Andy Alfred, welcoming you into the program, and happy Canada Day to you guys. It is a privilege and a pleasure to be on today on this holiday on July 1st, 2013. The Tigers. Oh. There's only two players right now that are showing me that they're ready for the playoffs. That's Max Scherzer and Miguel Cabrera. Prince Fielder should be on the bench. He's a horrible fielder, and he's only hitting home runs. That's all you're getting out of him. Where's the timely hitting? Where's the key hitting? Yesterday was a perfect example, and today again was a perfect example of them not getting timely hitting. However, Friday they were a winner. We're going to recap this weekend's series for both the Tigers and the Indians, and we have a new leader in the clubhouse for the American League Central. Detroit won on Friday evening 6-3. Max Scherzer gets the win. He goes to 12-0 with a 3.10 ERA. Cologne gets the loss for Tampa Bay. He's 1-1 with a 2.25 ERA. Joaquin Benoit gets his fifth save of the season. Miguel Cabrera had 2 homers in the game. Prince Fielder his 13th. Ben Zobrist and Will Myers homered for Tampa Bay in front of 17,645. Game time 2 hours and 59 minutes. Now Saturday evening. Got a little testy towards the end of the game with Fernando Rodney throwing up and in on Miguel Cabrera as the Tigers were a loser. Had the chance again. They lose 4-3. Bruce Rondon gets the loss. He goes to 0-1 with a 12 ERA. Fernando Rodney gets the win. He goes to 3-2 with a 4.54 ERA. Luke Scott homer for Tampa. Austin Jackson, his 4th of the season for the Detroit Tigers in front of 23,804. Game time 3 hours and 24 minutes. Now Sunday, first pitch for Ben Zobrist. Plunked. That was retaliation from what Cabrera was getting thrown up and in. And however, Porcello is still struggling, folks. As the Tigers were a loser yesterday, 3-1. Jeremy Hellickson gets the win. He goes to 7-3 with a 4.90 ERA. Rick Porcello gets the loss. He goes now to 4-6 with a 5.21 ERA. Fernando Rodney gets his 17th save of the season. Miguel Cabrera homered his 25th of the season, and this home run went into the Stingrays tank that they have out in right center field, It made a big old splash down. The last player to do it that was a lefty on a lefty side was Juan Gonzalez with the Dodgers a couple years ago. In front of 23,427, game time 2 hours and 49 minutes. Now this afternoon, the Tigers headed up to Toronto It is Canada Day after all. They played a day game today. And of course, the Tigers were a loser. Jose Alvarez is struggling now, folks. He gets his second loss of the season. He goes to 1-2 with a 5.03 ERA. R.A. Dickey gets the win. He goes to now 8-8 with a 4.59 ERA. Jose Reyes and De La Rosa homered for Toronto. Prince Fielder is 14th. Omar Infante is 6th. That came in the top of the ninth inning. Game 45,766. That is a sellout at Rogers Center this afternoon. Game time is 2 hours and 20 minutes. And the Jays were wearing red jerseys with the Canadian patch on the side of it to celebrate Canada Day. So, very, very interesting that. We'll preview the rest of the series starting tomorrow on All Andy Alfred. And don't forget, Wednesday we will have Nick DeVera from Rational Pastimes. If you have a question for Nick DeVera, I'm going to let that know right now. If you have a question for Nick DeVera, if you have a question regarding baseball and the upcoming trade deadline that's coming up here in a little bit, please send a message, a comment underneath the show. We'll read that on the air. We'll send that over to Nick. Nick can give you the answer live and in person on Wednesday afternoon. Now, the Indians. Didn't it look like in Game 1 it was the Browns versus the Bears? 19-10 was the final score. Alberts gets the win for Cleveland, as the Cleveland Indians won 19-10. Alberts is now 2-0 with a 2.22 ERA. Omagrosso gets the loss. He goes to 0-2 with a 9.37 ERA. Adam Dunn is 21st. Mike Keppinger is 2nd. And Tyler Flowers is 8th. Ryan Rayburn had a home run, his 9th of the season. Game time 4 hours and 2 minutes. Now in Game 2 of the series, it was a little bit of a rain delay. It started a little late, 25-minute rain delay, but the Indians were a winner 9-8 over the Chicago White Sox. Longwell gets the win. He goes to 1-0 with a 5.06 ERA. Harrison Reed gets the loss. He goes to 3-1 with a 4 ERA. Vinny Pastano gets the 6th save of the season. Mark Reynolds, this guy is tearing the cover off the ball for the Indians. His 15th of the year. And Nick Swisherlicious, his 8th of the season. He had the game winner in the 9th inning. Game time 3 hours and 51 minutes. 28,628 watched both games at the U.S. Cellular Field. And it was also Friday afternoon was the Chicago Blackhawks parade. So there was a lot of turnaround coming from that as well, too. Saturday, the Indians were winner 4-3 over the Chicago White Sox. Martinez gets the win. He goes to 1-0 with a 0 ERA. Crane gets the loss. He goes to 2-3 with a 0.74 ERA. Chris Perez, coming back off of the DL, gets his 7th save of the season. As Drumo Cabrera gets his 6th home run of the season. Jason Kipnis gets his 12th, and he was just recently named AL Player of the Week. He'll probably get AL Player of the Month nods, but Brad Davis is doing the same thing too, so we'll see what happens. Game time, 3 hours and 5 minutes. 26,228 were at 35th and Shields. And Sunday concluded the series against the White Sox, and the Indians blank the White Sox 4-0, and Justin Masterson goes a complete game. He goes to complete game, folks, and he goes to 10-6 with a 3.48 ERA. Chris Sale gets the loss. He goes to 5-7 with a 2.79 ERA. No home runs hit in the game. In front of 27,032. Game time 2 hours and 29 minutes on the south side of Chicago. Well, the Indians are idle today. That means the Tigers were playing this afternoon and lost. Like I said, 8-3. So we have a new leader in the clubhouse, folks. And I'll get to that in just a second. But other scores yesterday, Miami was a winner 6-2 over the Padres. Washington beat up on the Mets 13-2. Arizona was a loser to Atlanta 6-2. Pittsburgh 2, Milwaukee 1. The Angels were a winner 3-1 over the Houston Astros. Kansas City was a winner 9-8 over the Minnesota Twins. Texas beats up on the Cincinnati Reds 3-2. The Oakland A's, as Steve Pepperocki of the Oakland A's get a big win against the St. Louis Cardinals 7-5. The Cubs were a winner 7-6 over the Seattle Mariners. Dodgers were a winner 6-1 over the Phillies. San Francisco 5, Colorado 2, and in the nightcap, Baltimore was a winner over the New York Yankees 4-2. Now, like I said, we have a new leader in the clubhouse. It's the Cleveland Indians. Indian Fever. They're in first place for the first time this year. 44-38, 7-3 in their last 10. Detroit is in second place. They are 43-38, a half game out of first place. They are 3-7 in their last 10 games. Is it time to hit the panic button? Is it time? I believe so. Kansas City's in third place. They're 38-41, 4.5 out, 4-6 in their last 10. Minnesota's in fourth place. They're 36-42, 6 games out, 4-6 in their last 10. And the Chicago White Sox, after being swept, are now 32-47, 10.5 out, 3-7 in their last 10. And here is your Monday Prince Fielder update. Prince Fielder's batting at .274, 13 home runs, 14 home runs, 63 RBIs. He has struck out 61 times, Chris! His on-base percentage is a .370. Too many White Castles, my friend. Too many White Castles. Oh. Mudhens seem to salvage the weekend. They take 2 of 3 in the weekend so far. Friday, they finished up the series against the Pawtucket Red Sox and just exploded with runs as they won 10-6 over the Pawtucket Red Sox. Mish gets the win. He goes to 3-5 with a 5.25 ERA. Aces gets the loss. He goes to 3-2 with a 3.71 ERA. Rosario homered for the Pawtucket Red Sox, his second, but Ben Gez gets his 13th. Jordan Leonardton gets his 13th. Nick Castellanos his 11th. And Alex Avila from his rehab start gets his first home run as the Toledo Mudhens. Saturday, the Mudhens continue that run, and they win again 10-6 over the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, starting up that 4-game set against Lehigh Valley. Hardy gets the win. He goes to 1-0 with a 3.38 ERA. Cloyd gets the loss for Lehigh Valley. He's 1-7 with a 7.79 ERA. Rupp homered for Lehigh Valley, his first. Danny Dorn is 15th of the season in front of 10,100. Game time, 3 hours and 21 minutes. Now, yesterday, unfortunately, the Mudhens got blanked. They got shut out 5-0 to the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, and it was Sean Hill on the hill. So what do you expect? He's 1-11 with a 5.82 ERA. Martin gets the win. He goes to 9-3, with a 4.57 ERA. 9,501. We're at Coca-Cola Ballpark. Game time, 2 hours and 25 minutes. Now, tonight, the Mudhens will get back into action tonight. It will be Derek Hankins on the hill. He is 3-3 with a 2.97 ERA. He'll take on Morales, who is 2-3 with a 3.48 ERA. Game time, 7:15 tonight on 1230 WCWA, if you have it, on your iHeart radio station. Tuesday, it will be Lobson on the hill for Toledo. He's 1-0 with a 3.60 ERA. He'll take on Karan, who's 3-2 with a 4.91 ERA. Game time, 7:15. Listen to that game also on 1230 WCWA. Now looking at the IL West standings going into tonight's play. Indianapolis leads the division. They are 55-30, 5-5 in their last 10. Louisville is in second place. They are 41-43, 13.5 games out of first place, 5-5 in their last 10. Columbus is in third place. They're 37-46, 17 games out, 3-7 in their last 10. And rounding out the poor IL West division, it is the Toledo Mudhens, who are 34-51. They are 21 games out of first place, folks. 3-7 in their last 10. We got something else too. Behind the Canadian flag, we have a poster sign up here. It says Toledo's record with Phil Nevin as the manager of the Mudhens. He is 163 and 200 and I want to say 213. Below 500, folks. Gotta go. And now with Jose Valverde with the Mudhens now, there's a lot of people going to be making the blame. Don't make the blame. It is Monday! So that means it's time for the top 5 and bottom 5 here on All Andy Alfred for the Mudhens. Mike Cervenek leads the top 5. He's batting a .306 with 2 home runs, 16 RBIs, .355 on-base percentage with 10 strikeouts. That's really, really, really good. Jordan Leonardton's batting a .305 with 13 home runs, 40 RBIs, .410 on-base percentage, but he's struck out 68 times! Really? Nick Castellanos is batting a .301 with 11 home runs, 42 RBIs, .378 on-base percentage, 58 strikeouts. Argenis Diaz is batting a .270 with 2 home runs, 30 RBIs, 319 on base percentage, 61 strikeouts. Ben Gaz is batting a .263, 13 home runs, 41 RBIs, 362 on base percentage, 70 strikeouts. I said that right. 70 strikeouts. Unbelievable. Bottom 5. Ramon Cabrera batting a .242, 1 home run, 15 RBIs, 311 on base percentage, 21 strikeouts. Danny Worth is batting a .222, no home runs, 4 RBIs, 300 on base percentage with the Mud Hens in the roster, 30 strikeouts. Kevin Urso! Steve Pepperocki's favorite Mud Hen, batting a .195, 3 home runs, 23 RBIs, 243 on base percentage, 60 strikeouts. Really? Brad Davis is batting a .192, 2 home runs, 12 RBIs, 241 on base percentage, 24 strikeouts, but he is not the worst. Eduardo Nunez batting a .158. No home runs, 3 RBIs, 217 on base percentage, 10 strikeouts. I need another Molson. Great job. Great job by the NHL putting on the NHL draft on Sunday in New Jersey. Great job putting it together. The Blue Jackets had 3 first-round picks. We're going to go over those first-round picks right now for you right now. We usually do the NHL draft. We're going to do the NHL draft version here in just a little bit. But the Blue Jackets did pick up 3 good picks, and so stick around to the NHL draft after show so you can hear the selections by, and you don't have to hear Scott Housen's knowing voice. But did get some news out of the Jacket camp that came out this afternoon. Sergei Bobrovsky gets his 2-year extension with the Columbus Blue Jackets, seeing him in Columbus for another 2 years, so that's a great sign that he's going to stay with the club, and it's a great sign to see that as well. Recommendations for you this weekend. Don't forget, this week, the Mud Hens return home on the 3rd and the 4th to take on the Columbus Clippers, and then they'll take on it's a big IL West swing. They'll play 2 and 2 and 2 and 3. In the next 3 games, they'll play Indianapolis, Louisville, and starting the series against Columbus. Get your tickets by calling 419-725-HENS or mudhens.com. Or head down to the box office at 406 Washington Boulevard. Hey, if you're having any dental problems, if you need a crown, if you need Invisalign, go see my friends at Dr. Zuhari and Fisher's office on Dixie Highway in Rossford, Ohio. Dr. Z's been in the business for so long. He treats his customers like they're his family. It's a family atmosphere. I want to say hi to Jenna as well too, my nurse as well. If you need teeth whitening, if you need Invisalign, if you need crown work, if you just need a cavity filled, if you need, just set up an appointment by calling 419-666-3327. That's 419-666-3327. Or visit zfdentist.com. They have Fix My Smile. They can fix yours at the same time. And don't forget, ladies and germs, go out and pick up this album, Big Time Rush, 24/7. Their popular hit 24/7 is a very good song too. Like Nobody's Around as well too. A Song for You featuring Carmen as well. Confetti Falling. And my favorite, Picture This. Picture This. We'll have another edition of Andy Alfred tomorrow. And we'll preview the recap what happened in baseball tonight, as well as with the Mud Hens as well too. And we'll also preview the big 4th of July show. But today is Canada Day too, so it is a great privilege to have you along for the ride here on this holiday. I love you, Canada. You know I do. You're one of my favorite countries in the whole entire world, and I love the scenery, and I love being an American, and I love being a North American. I am Andy Alfred. I hope you have a terrific rest of the day on Monday, Enjoy it. Happy Canada Day. Please be responsible. Do not text and drive as well, too. So until tomorrow, I am Andy Alfred. I hope you have a terrific rest of the day. And, as always, I'm pulling for you. We are all in this together. Keep your stick on the ice, folks. And to the teams behind me, and to the country behind me as well, too. Victory is sweetest when you have tasted defeat. We leave you now with the Canadian National Anthem, O Canada. I'll see you tomorrow. Love ya. Bye.